small details can have a huge impact in your sales. My name is Roberto Monaco with InfluenceOlogy. Last week I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. He's a marketing executive, and we're talking about pricing and offer. And then I mentioned to him this study that was done back in 2009. Now, he never heard about the study before. Then later on, I had another conversation with another person, a business person, and I mentioned the same study. Now, to see if that person knew about the study, he didn't know too. Then I realized that a lot of people, they never heard about the study before. And I actually went to a couple of restaurants here in San Diego, and obviously the small, medium-sized restaurants, most of them, they don't know about the study. I'll show you that later. And some big boys, big restaurants, they know about the study. It's very powerful, and I know you can use this tool to sell more. Here's a study done by Cornell University, dollars effects on menu price formats on restaurant checks. Now, if you want to get a copy of the study, highly encourage you. Want to give you credit to Cornell University, is you can go here, www.hotelschool.cornell.edu / and the whole address here, go there. And very powerful study. The idea is this. This study answers this question: can we influence purchase behavior by changing pricing format? Meaning the way you actually lay out your pricing. Can you change how much people buy, more or less? Not influence their feelings or their attitudes to your offer, but actually how much money they're going to spend more. Very powerful study. So they did a study in the St. Andrew's Cafe in New York, and the whole idea is this: if you get the same exact same price, but if you show them in different ways, can that format influence how much more people would buy or less? So they basically got three formats. One we call numerical. The second format they actually is numerical, but with the dollar sign and with the cents. And the third one was actually written out. So basically, if you go to a restaurant and you see $20 or a little dollar sign, $20.00, or written out $20, would you spend more, less, or the same? The answer may surprise you. But before we talk about the answer, which is going to be able to help you sell more, I gotta tell you that what the research also found. There's three variables that influence how much more people spend in a restaurant. Time spent, obviously, the more you spend in a restaurant, the more you spend. Also, group size. If you go just one person eating, you're gonna have X. If you go 2, 3, 4, 5 people per person, you're gonna actually spend more. And of course, table location, depending where the table is, you're gonna spend more money. Now, after they isolated those factors, they went back to the original question: can the pricing format, or how you format the price, influence people on purchase behavior? They're going to spend more, less, or the same. So here's the answer. Ready? Here we go. There is no statistical difference between the $20 when you use the dollar sign and the cents, or when you have your price written out. So people basically, when they see the $20 with the dollar sign, cents, or just $20 written out, is the same thing. Now, here's what's cool. Numerical pricing, just 20 with no dollars or no dollar sign, increase consumer spending by 8.15%. Isn't that crazy? Just having that, just deleting the dollar sign or the word dollar, actually increase sales by 8.15 according to the research. Fascinating study. Now, why is that? Well, because that the scientists believe that when you have the dollar sign or dollar in the menu, causes people to think about money. They call priming. Like, priming means that when you prepare someone's mind, and just the fact you're looking at a restaurant menu, for example, and then you see a dollar sign, primes your mind about money, and primes your mind about, hey, I'm here, I'm going to spend money. And there's something, a terminology psychology they call the pain of pain, is that if we as a consumer, if our pain of pain is bigger than our pleasure, then you most likely you don't want to buy. So that's why it's important for us to eliminate, when you can, the dollar sign or the word dollars from our marketing brochures, because when you want to take the focus of that and focus the clients, in this case, for example, on the food, not on how much money they're going to spend. Very important distinction. And I actually drove around, as I told you, in San Diego, and here's the menu of a coffee house by my house. I literally copy because it's fascinating. They're still using dollar sign. And then I walk across the street here, my place, and they have a huge Mexican franchise. I mean, they have several restaurants, and I put their menu. They're not using the dollar sign there. So it's very smart. So I think they already know about study. The poor entrepreneur, the small business owner, he or she doesn't know about study. So it's very important for us to pay attention of all the research. Now, how can you use that? Now, in my perspective, I think you should test it out. Test it out. Some industries, if you have to mention in written format, or if you have to put a dollar sign, then if you legally have to do it, you do it. If you not have the option, just remove it and see if your sales increase. Feel free to visit our website, www.influenceology.com/free. We create this resource for you guys. We have free training on public speaking, presentation, influence, video marketing. Check it out, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.